football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Ladies podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Sandy, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, this Sunday was the UFL Conference Championship games. You had the XFL, and you also had the UFL Conference Championship games that took place this past Sunday. And boy, these games did not disappoint. I had a good time watching these games. We're going to start off with the Michigan Panthers versus the Birmingham Stallions. Now, the Birmingham Stallions were the reigning champs for 3 years in the UFL, and they finally got defeated by the Michigan Panthers. But it took the Michigan Panthers the seventh try to beat them. I mean, the last 7 years, the Michigan Panthers had not beat the Stallions, and they finally come up with their first win against the Stallions after 7 years. And the score was 44-29, the Panthers over the Stallions. Now, let's talk about the game itself. I mean, that game was crazy. I'm going to say this, every quarter was exciting. There was no disappointment at all in this game with the Michigan Panthers versus the Stallions. It was worth every bit of watching this game. Bryce Perkins, who is the quarterback for the Panthers, he had 238 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Tua, the running back, had 85 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. Go and watch the highlights on him. Oh, my goodness. He is such a good player. I hope the NFL reach out to him because he is a really good player. Also, Kai Nakua, the safety, had 1 interception, and Malik Turner, the wide receiver, had a 76-yard touchdown. You got to check that out, how he was able to pass miss all the tackles, and he went a 76-yard for a touchdown. Go and check the highlights on these teams. Oh, my goodness. It was great. On the offense for the Panthers, they dominated over the Stallions on the run game, the pass game. Every time they ran the ball and they were stopped by the Stallions, they passed it. The passing, they ran the ball. So all day long, they was going back and forth, and they was moving that ball downfield on that offense. The Stallions defense could not stop them for nothing. They didn't have anything. They didn't have no answers for the run or the pass game with the Panthers. The Panthers, man, I like the way they was well coached. They was well prepared. They did not stray from the plan, and they, like I said, they wound up winning over the Stallions, which was the reigning champs. For the Stallions, Jamar Smith, the quarterback, he had 102 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Well, they took him out the game like late in the second quarter after he threw the interception in the game, and they brought in Matt Corral. He had 149 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception in this game. C.J. Murabo, the running back, he had 28 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Jordan Thomas, the tight end, he had 39 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. And Davion Davis, the wide receiver, had 30 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Like I said, the Panthers came in there and they dominated over the Stallions. That I was rooting for the Panthers because I really wanted to see them in the championship, and they wind up beating the 3-time UFL champions. Now let's talk about the XFL Conference Championship game. This was a stunner to me. Let me just say that. I had the St. Louis Battlehawks winning this game. I really did. They played so well all season long. Their offense and defense was just dominating in these games, and they moved the ball well. I mean, on both sides, and special teams. And they got in this game, and they did absolutely nothing. I was so surprised. That I like DC Defenders. Don't get me wrong, they are a well put together team with the interim coach Shannon Harrison. What he was able to do to bring this team up to get them to this point and to win the conference championship, to go into the championship game. He did a really good job as an interim coach. The DC Defenders quarterback Jordan Tamu had 243 yards, 3 touchdowns in this game. Abram Smith, the running back, had 64 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Seth Williams, the wide receiver, had 61 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Man, like I said, the DC Defenders, they was on point. There was offense and defense, special teams. They beat the St. Louis Battlehawks on all 3 phases in this game. The Battlehawks didn't have an answer at no time. The Battlehawks never got a rhythm in this game. They never got anything going as far as a running or a pass game. I don't know what happened to them. Like I said, all season long, the Battlehawks was the favorite to come and win this championship and to make it into the UFL championship game. That did not happen. Like I said, I was stunned. I was just like, yeah. In the score in this game, DC Defenders 36-18. They just got outplayed and outcoached the St. Louis Battlehawks. The Battlehawks quarterback, Mac Duggan, he had 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Silver, which is the other quarterback they brought in, had 81 yards and 1 touchdown. Jacob Sayers, had a running back, had 45 yards and 1 touchdown. And Hakeem Butler, the wide receiver, had 19 yards and 1 touchdown. He actually called his touchdown with one hand. Go check out the highlights in that game. It was a nice play that he did. Now, the UFL Championship is going to be next Saturday, which is June 14th at 8 p.m. on ESPN and ABC. It'll be the Michigan Panthers versus the DC Defenders. It's going to be going down, and that will be the final game of the UFL spring football season. Now, there's a lot of talk of saying the UFL might not come back next season. I'm hoping that it really does, but I also read somewhere that they are planning to extend to 2 more teams for 2026, so I'm glad I hear about that. Hopefully the viewership and everything will go up. I really want to see this league succeed. I think it's a good league, good coaching, good quality players, just like the NFL. So I'm really rooting for this, the UFL to really get better over the longer, to really improve next year with the viewership and getting more people interested in it. I really want to see this league do well. It's worth it. Like I said, the games, if you didn't check out any of the games for 2025 season, you can look on ESPN, Tubi, and also YouTube have the games. So if you didn't get a chance to watch anything you want to watch, you have nothing else to do. I know it's summertime, you're out with your family, but check out these games. They are actually worth watching. Now, let's talk about the NFL. Not too much going on in the NFL right now. Still the madness out there. Trades are going on. The biggest thing that's going to be happening right now is all the teams are preparing for the mandatory training camp, which is June 10th. It's the mandatory training camp. Now, there might be some players that might not show up. I don't know. But we're looking at the Bengals. Trey Henderson, the defensive end, he still has no contract. We don't know if he's going to show up for the mandatory training camp. For every day he does not show up, he will be fined. So we have to wait and see if he's going to show up for the mandatory training camp. Michael Parsons also looking for an extended contract with the Dallas Cowboys, but he will be showing up to training camp. He said that on social media. You know, even though negotiations with the contract has not been, haven't come up to a conclusion yet, or a decision yet, I should say, that he will be showing up for training camp June 10th. Aaron Rodgers has signed a 1-year contract with the Steelers. Go figure. A 1-year contract for $13.6 million. He will now throw the ball to DK Metcalf, the wide receiver, and he signed a 4-year contract, $132 million contract. So that's what's going on with the Steelers. To me, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to make a big difference, only playing for 1 year for them. I know the Steelers did draft a quarterback, and they do have Mason Rudolph there. Who knows what they're going to do next year in the draft? They might also wind up drafting another quarterback. I don't know. But for now, Aaron Rodgers will be their starting quarterback for 2025 season. The Falcons, Kirk Cousins is still looking for another team to go to. I don't know if he's going to get another team before the 2025 season start. If that does not happen, he will be the backup for Michael Penix for the Falcons. And last but not least, the Texans have signed Nick Chubb, the running back from the Browns. They have signed him for the 2025 season. And if this is a part of the show, if you want to reach out to me, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Well, I like to end the show on a positive note, and I do something I call Facts, Fun, and Football, where I reach in my jar here, and I get something fun to end the show on. Let's see. And this is going to be a fun fact. A 30-second Super Bowl advertisement cost the companies around $7 million in 2023. Ooh, 30 seconds, wow. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.